Alright, hello, welcome to the match week 3 Premier League predictions. I am unorganised as usual, so bear with me a second. I'll make sure this works. It should be working, so we're just going to go into it. Obviously, the background match, like I said, will be whatever match Man United have, and they will be against Wolves. And I've made a decision as well not to play the match because it's kind of unfair on the other side. If I play as Man United and win every game as Man United, when I'm doing the background games, so I'm just going to leave it to chance. Make sure the commentary's off before we go in as well. It is good. Let me just get a list of fixtures up and then we can get into this. Alright, let's go.
Thank you for attending today's match. Will you please welcome Manchester United and your Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Good luck. Good luck. Thanks. Thank you.
Sorry about that, my headset decided that it wasn't playing along today. I think it should be alright now. But I've got most of the Wolves signings in. There's a couple I couldn't find because I don't think they're in the game. And then I got the Man United signings in as well. The only one I don't have in is Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's because he's not officially signed yet. And he won't make his debut until Newcastle, which is 2 weeks away anyway, so... I'm just going to let this one play out. I'm not going to be controlling anything. It's just background while I tell you what I think will happen this weekend in the Premier League. So, up first on the predictions list, we've got Manchester City versus Arsenal. As if Arsenal haven't had enough of a tough time already to kick off this season. Brentford, who you expect them to beat, or at least draw to. They lost 2-0, and then you expect them... Well, I don't know what we expect against Chelsea, but they lost against Chelsea quite comprehensively as well. But, Man City versus Arsenal. Man City haven't had the greatest of starts. Obviously, they lost to Spurs on the opening day, but then they destroyed Norwich to kind of get some of their aura back. They're still without a striker, and they'll need to buy one, especially now that we've got Ronaldo. But I'm sensing the Man City win and another Arsenal loss. Arsenal, honestly, if they don't fix their shit, could be in a relegation battle. But I'm going to say I don't know. I'm stuck between 2-0 and 3-1. I'm not sure which one to go for. Because I want to believe Arsenal will score, but they haven't scored a goal this season yet. Honestly, City could just absolutely destroy them. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, Man City 3, Arsenal 1, I think. I think that's what I'm going to go for. It sounds probably the most accurate. I mean, Arsenal hopefully will get their first goal of the season, but at Man City will take the win. It is at the Etihad as well, so Man City have the home advantage. Up next, we've got Newcastle versus Southampton, which is it's an early relegation 6-pointer in my opinion. It's going to be one of those where it could decide who's going to be fighting the drop this season. Newcastle had a decent performance in the first half against West Ham last weekend, but obviously went to shit in the second half, whereas Southampton managed to draw against Man United, which is a big result for them, to be fair. And I put Southampton in relegations on my Premier League predictions, like the Premier League table predictions, so maybe not the greatest idea, but I am going to say a Newcastle win, but it's going to be a squeaky Newcastle win. I'm going to say... Actually, no, I think it's going to be a draw again. I'm going to say 2-2. I was going to say Newcastle win as 2-1, but I think it's going to be a draw. I think Southampton and Newcastle will be similar in terms of quality. So yeah, 2-2. But anyway, up next, Brighton versus Everton, which two teams have made brilliant starts to the season, to be honest. Everton drawing against Leeds, but they beat Southampton on the first day, whereas Brighton beat Burnley, and they beat... Who did they beat the second game? They beat Watford quite easily, 2-0 in that match. But I think it might be the end of the road for Brighton's luck. I think it's going to be a win for Everton, and I'm going to say a 2-1 victory for the Toffees. I just think Everton have that bit more quality over Brighton. Brighton have had a good start to the season, and don't get me wrong, they will survive. But I think it's going to be Everton for this one. I'm going to say 2-1 Everton. Up next on the agenda is West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Hammers versus the Palace. West Ham have had a brilliant start. They're top of the table, aren't they? They are. They're top of the table. They've had a wonderful start, continuing the momentum from last season. But I don't know. Crystal Palace will be difficult to beat, but I think they'll do it. I'm gonna say 3. My voice crack. I apologise for that voice crack. 3-1, I think, to West Ham. My dog's barking at nothing downstairs, so I'm just trying to concentrate on doing his predictions rather than listen to her. But anyway, up next, Norwich versus Leicester. Not a great start for Norwich. They conceded 8 in the first 2 games and haven't scored yet. But their first 2 games are against Liverpool and Manchester City, so it's not going to be an easy run. And Leicester's probably not going to be any easier. I don't see Norwich scoring again. I see Leicester get the victory. I know they had a horrible game against West Ham last weekend. That's partly because of the red card. But I don't know what I'm predicting for this one. I think Norwich probably won't score again, to be honest. I'm going to say 2-0 Leicester for that one. Up next, intriguing one actually, Aston Villa versus Brentford. This could be a brilliant game. Could be a lot of goals in it, to be honest. A lot of attacking play from both teams. Don't know how defences will go, but should be a very attacking game, which is why I think it's gonna be an Aston Villa win. But I'm gonna say 3-2. I think Brentford will get some goals, but I think Aston Villa will take the win at Villa Park. I think 3-2 is probably the right result. And then the big game for Saturday, at least anyway, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Now, I don't like either of these teams, for obvious reasons. Liverpool, I'd love to see win just because it would slow down Chelsea. But Chelsea, I'd love to see win just because I despise Liverpool. I mean, the safe result's going to be a draw, but it's not going to be a draw, is it? I think Chelsea are going to take it. Chelsea got the firepower up front, but so did Liverpool. Oh, it's a difficult one. No, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to be a bit boring on it. To be fair, I don't want either team to win, so neither team is going to win. I'm going to say 2-2 between Liverpool and Chelsea. There's going to be goals aplenty. It's going to be a goal-filled weekend, in my opinion. And I'll end up saying that, and it'll be like 1-0 each game and 0-0 for some games. But anyway, yeah, 2-2 for that one. Up next, Barnsley? I mixed Burnley and Barnsley there. Burnley versus Leeds United. Leeds, strong start. Burnley, strong start. Actually, that's a lie. Burnley have not had a strong start. But actually, Burnley have had one of the worst starts. They've had, yeah, no, I fully lie. Burnley have lost both their games, and Leeds have only got 1 point so far. I don't know why I said strong start for either of them, looking back on it. Leeds lost 5-1 to Man United on the opening day, and Burnley have lost both their games so far. But I don't want to predict another draw. That's boring. I'm going to say Leeds get the win, but it's going to be a slim 1-0 win. I don't think it's going to be anything special. It's going to be like just a gritty affair, really. And it's going to be 1-0 Leeds. Up next, Spurs and Watford. And I would absolutely love Spurs to lose just to laugh at Fred. But Spurs have had a brilliant start to this season. And Watford have had a mixed one. They had a good win against Aston Villa on the opening day. Then they lost, I believe, to Brighton last weekend. So, mixed results. You expect it to be the other way around, losing to Aston Villa and beating Brighton, perhaps. But, yeah, it's got to be a Spurs win, doesn't it? Kane is back properly now. He's staying at Spurs. He's probably going to be starting this one. It's going to be a bit of a goal fest. Spurs are going to get the win again. I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1 Spurs. I'm not fully confident because Watford can pull off an upset. But yeah, I'm going to say Spurs do get the win in this one. And then the final game, the one that is being shown on screen currently. Oh, Man United 1-0 up. I didn't even notice. But on screen now is Wolves versus Manchester United. This is going to be the game that I'm looking forward to, the game that I'm going to be paying most attention to because I'm a Manchester United supporter. Hopefully Sancho and Varane get their full debuts. And once Ronaldo comes in, hopefully he can transform his team even more. But for now, I'm going to say it's a win for Man United because, of course, I am. I'm going to say it's going to be 2-0. 2-0 win. Nothing special, nothing spectacular. Just a nice, calm, cool, collective win. Bruno with a goal and Greenwood with the other, I would say. Sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, now I've done the predictions, we can just watch the second half. Play along and play out, kind of thing. I can't words. But yeah. Those are my predictions. I will go over them again at the end of the video for anyone who missed them or anyone who didn't really pay attention or just anyone who didn't really understand what I'm saying. Oh, Bruno got it. Fair enough. I expect Bruno to be the big scorer of the game, to be honest. That's how stats are looking. Let's just move on into the second half. I've only got a bit of time left because I need to help my parents out with stuff in the garden, so I've probably got about maybe 15 minutes tops. So as soon as the second half is done, I'm probably gonzo. I mean, this will be up on, hopefully I can get this up on YouTube before the Man City and Arsenal game, because I'm recording this at 11 and that game is at 12:30, so I'm going to try and schedule it for 12 to go up, but no promises. If it's a little late, I apologise, but this was recorded beforehand. I'm not just saying it's the Man City Arsenal score because that's what it is on the thing. I was going to record this last night, but I got busy with helping my parents as well yesterday. The garden's getting redone, so there's a lot to do for it, but we're getting towards the end part of it, which is good. It's just a lot to do and a lot of work to put in, so I had to help them. I need to get some more water. I need to hydrate myself. I had maybe a few beers, we shall say, last night as well. We'll leave it at that. We did a GTA playlist, which I was going to stream, but I didn't eventually because I arsed. I could commentate on the game rather than just talk, but I don't know. We've kind of got the predictions out of the way, and I want to see the full game play out just to see what the game thinks the score is going to be between United and Wolves. But Cristiano Ronaldo, honestly, massive signing. Looking forward to seeing him back in a Manchester United shirt. Hopefully that will occur against Newcastle. Whether it does or doesn't, it's a brilliant signing. Obviously he is 36 and he's only probably got a few more years. I hope he spends the rest of his years with United, retires at United and leaves a legacy. Which he's already left, no doubt. But adds to that at Man United. Gives us another Premier League. Gives us maybe a Champions League before he goes, you know. Gets another Ballon d'Or, but maybe that's a bit too much. But I don't know. I'm hyped to see what Ronaldo can do. We've got all this talent. We've got Sancho, Pogba, Bruno, Greenwood, Rashford, Varane at the back, along with Maguire. We've got a strong team. And you add Ronaldo to it, it's just ridiculous, really. I feel a bit bad for Cavani, because I don't know where he's going to fit in. He'll probably be a super sub, unfortunately, which is unfair, really, because he had some brilliant performances last year, but I don't know, we'll see. Cavani's on his last year of his contract anyway, so he'll probably be leaving after this season. But we need to get the most out of him that we can, because he was very good. Exceeded my expectations. I expected him to flop, I'm not going to lie. And he done brilliantly. Wolves try to get an equaliser here. Will they do it? Nope. Pogba closing it down. I'm just going to commentate this match now until the end. Bruno making the run. Passes it off to Cavani. Bruno making the run again. Sancho receiving it. Now Bruno. It was offside. Oh no, it was a foul, but they've not stopped the game. Wan-Bissaka. Cavani tackled by Saiss, and now Cody can get it up to Jimenez. Aguirre intercepts. Sancho. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Tackle by Cody. Out to Pedro Neto. Wan-Bissaka's left that void open there. It's going to have to be up to Maguire to kind of, you know, close it down. Traore at the back post is headed away by Shaw. Only as far as Ruben Neves. It's gone back to Shaw. Looking clear. Bruno to Cavani. Down to Bruno. Out to Jadon Sancho here. Pogba. Sancho again. Wan-Bissaka. Into Sancho. Off to Pogba. He's going to lay it out to Van de Beek. And Van de Beek gets tackled by Ruben Neves. It's out to Raul Jimenez here. I'm so glad he made his return. Pretty sure he scored as well, didn't he? Adama Traore. Lifting it up for Matinho. It's blocked by Maguire. Probably a hand there, but handballs are off automatically in FIFA, so we'll ignore that. Pogba now for Manchester United. Down to Sancho. It might just be a 1-0 game here. Van de Beek. To Fernandes. Pogba. Into Cavani. Bruno Fernandes. Once again with the possession. Tackled by Cody. Although to be fair, he ran straight into Cody, so I'm not sure what the play was there. Sa tries to get it to Jimenez. Varane intercepts. It's come to Cavani. Has been tackled by Saiss. Matinho for Wolves. 8 minutes and a half left for Wolves to try and get something here. Launched towards Adama, but even he's not that fast.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester United bringing off someone, but Matinho coming off first for Dendoncker. Cavani going to make way for Martial. Tony, now that Ronaldo's in, he could be on his way out. I hate to say that because I like Anthony Martial, but he just hasn't performed to the level you expect him to perform at. Like, a couple of seasons ago, he was brilliant. Him, Greenwood and Rashford, I think they got like 40 or 50 goals combined, and they were brilliant. But last season, Rashi didn't really perform. Greenwood was probably the best out of those three, because Martial was fucking awful. But I don't know, he could rejuvenate his career. Maybe Ronaldo coming in could make Martial think, well, actually, I need to, you know, get back in form, get going, and get some goals. But the amount of time he'll get on the pitch is probably going to be close to nothing. Unfortunately, because Cavani, I reckon, is ahead of him in the pecking order. Rightfully so. Cavani was brilliant last season. And then Ronaldo is just Ronaldo, isn't he? So it's going to be an interesting one, at least. Sancho. To try and centralise this. Blocked by the Dendoncker into the hands of Jose Sa. And it is going to end a 1-0 on the simulation. I think it's going to be 3-1 in real life. To United, I should make clear. But yeah, well, I win on the simulation, not too bad. I think in the future as well, I'm not going to play these games. I'm just going to let the game do it because that wasn't too bad. And I'm not influencing it one way or another. So, leave it like that. So, Man United 1, Wolves 0 on the simulation. But, just to round this video off, I shall go over my predictions again. Just so everyone's got it. They'll also be on the spreadsheet and the link in the description as well, if you don't really get what I'm saying. Man City 3, Arsenal 1, Newcastle 2, Southampton 2, Brighton 1, Everton 2, West Ham 2, Crystal Palace 0, Norwich 0, Leicester 2, Aston Villa 2, Brentford 1. I'm going to be honest, I've changed some of these on the way and I can't remember what I said for some of them, so I'm just kind of just making them up as I go along. Liverpool 1, Chelsea... Oh no, I said to drop that. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2. Burnley 0, Leeds 1. I'm trying to think what I said. Spurs 2, Watford 1, and Wolves 1, Man United 3. So once I've figured out what my actual predictions are, because I think I've changed a couple from my initial me saying them in the first half to now. I'll put them on the spreadsheet and you can see my official predictions. But I hope you guys have enjoyed me predicting the match week 3 Premier League predictions. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks now. Actually, it'll be 2 weeks because there's an international break. But I'll see you in 2 weeks for some more Premier League predictions.